And Negavanan, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am. And today on Sword and Sorcery Sunday, we're doing Lord of the Rings Online. And yes, I just realized I didn't update my, didn't completely update my, sign. So give me a second here. Let me go ahead and get that updated here. Well, I tell you, I've been running around like a chicken with its head cut off lately. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. Much better. Yes, it is officially Sword and Sorcery Sunday, and this is officially my stream. Welcome to it, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. We are currently back at Dunharrow Underharrow, and we are helping Aragorn and the Grey Company navigate through the paths of the dead on the way to Gondor. So, and then once we get to Gondor, we'll be getting ready to do the Battle of Pelennor Fields, which I am really looking forward to. I remember when I did it, when I went through it once before when I wasn't streaming, because I'd actually gone through the entire game all the way up to the beginning of Mordor, on the Peregrine server, the Landroval server, which I transferred over to Peregrine, and I really liked it. I especially liked Illithin and Osgiliath, so I'm looking forward to coming up to that, and that's going to be after the Battle of Pelennor Fields. So a couple notes. If you have any in-game events you'd like for me to promote on stream, please send me an email to leasing@gmail.com with the subject line LOTRO events, or if you're watching this on YouTube, post in the comments down below, let me know the information, or best way to get in touch with me, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, is you'll see a link to my Discord server down below. And we not only talk about Lord of the Rings Online on the Discord server, but I just started a chat room for EverQuest Legends, which I'm hoping to possibly stream at least once or twice. Also, Last Epoch, which just started their season. Diablo 4, which is in the middle of a season right now, getting close to the new expansion launch. Path of Exile 1 and 2. I primarily play 1. I had a lot of issues getting 2 running on my computer. I haven't gotten back to it yet. Titan Quest 2, which I'm really enjoying also. So please, come on by, say hello, share with me. We can kibitz, we can talk about strategy, we can talk about whatever you want. So please, come on by. Also in-game, if you haven't picked it up yet, the 18th anniversary gift is still available, as is LI Reward Track Season 17, which I do have some rewards to pick up. Oh yes, I went ahead and I've got the Sealed Chest of Embers and Figments, and some more ancient script. Very good, very good. So, contains a substantial cache of embers and figments. There we go. And let's see, there's the decorated coffer of ancient script. And that's a cell, and that is a keeper, I do believe. No, actually that's not. That's a get rid of, because that one is much better. And that is... we'll keep it. We'll keep it for now. Let me go ahead and do this, and this, because those are Amphalas's, minimum level 100, so we'll just go ahead and do that. So there we go. We're all set. Now currently, we are, we're back here with Eowyn. And we were trying to find out, it looks like one of this little boy's friends ended up wandering into the paths of the dead, supposedly.
If I bring you to the entrance, will you enter the mountain and search for Elfdag?
You are a hero, are you not? I've heard some of the men speaking of your deeds, and by their account you seem an accomplished adventurer. If I bring you to the entrance, will you enter the mountain and search for Elfdag? I will not follow you in, I promise. Let me know when you are ready, and I will bring you to the place. If you have a fellowship of like-minded adventurers, bring them along too. I dare say there will be a place for them as well.
Talk to Radwine at Dunharrow, and he will bring you to the paths of the dead. Yeah, so I'll be picking some runes too. Book 1, Chapter 2, The Ruthless Dead. Oh, every day is a hobbit's birthday, by the way. And we are the fortunate ones to get the presents. 100 Virtue XP, and a 15,000 LI experience point bonus. I'm very curious about something. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Let me pull this up. So so I'm right about there. See how far 15,000 takes me. Just barely a nudge. Okay. All right. Let me check something. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk to...
I will bring you to the dark door, and I will wait outside for you.
I hope you're able to find Elfdag.
I hope I am too.
The Dimholt Road leads to the Dark Door and the paths beneath the haunted mountain where the dead walk. Few dare to go that way.
Have you come here seeking Elfdag? I ventured beneath the mountain with several of my men, but we ran afoul of the dead, and only I survived the encounter. I fled the cavernous room where they fell, but I feel no shame in it. It was a folly to come here. There was a passage we thought to search in the southwest wall of the cavernous room, but it was set upon before we could venture that way. If you seek Elfdag, it's a good place to begin. But wait! Before you go, are you journeying with him by yourself, or do you have a fellowship nearby? Seek me again, and give me your answer. I will succeed by myself. I hope you are truly a skilled adventurer, my friend. For my part, I am glad to have escaped from that tunnel with my life. Well, good luck to you. Tread carefully, for this is a place of great danger. I'm going to definitely get buffed up here, even though this is an instance, and they do not have to worry about Nazgul. I think having being fully buffed is a good idea. All right. Yeah, they're not happy that I'm here. Whoa. Southwest tunnel. I guess that's this way. One of Valmir's companions lies here, the victim of the dead. I can't interact with them. Some of Walther's companions lie beside the unsettling stream. Another of Waldrear's companions lies here, his outstretched hand pointing southwest. You see movement in the tunnel to the west. Is it Elfdag? Up here? No? Alright, we'll continue down this pathway, I guess. There we go. Get my fingers working here. No, I can't go any farther. There we go.
My wounds are severe, but we did not check this tunnel.
And then he dies. You have found Elfdag. He cowers in the court ahead, frightened by the dead. New deed, Paths of the Dead. Is that for different locations? Yes. There's 4 different locations to discover in order to pick up some LOTRO points, marks, a title, virtue experience, and reputation.
Are you a hunter? Are you here to help me? Watch out! The dead are everywhere, even if you can't see them.
You have proven your persistence to the dead, and you retreat warily.
Is that all of them? It's impossible to say for certain. You are a great adventurer, I can tell. But I think we should leave at once. These dead men won't stay away for long, no matter how often they are defeated. We will speak once we are above ground, yes? I overheard some things you will want to know. We should get out of here.
And there's Elfdag right there.
You are not going to tell my grandfather, are you?
I had everything in hand, but I am certain he would not think so. If you tell him this adventure of mine, he's bound to lock me up in Underharrow. And the wife of the Thane does not appreciate young lads or lasses underfoot. She always scowls when she sees my friends and me about. Dare say we'd be safer neath the Dwimmerberg than in the house of Ellen Fremadon. Elfdag's expression is one of horrified fear, and you quickly assure him that he will keep his freedom if he tells you what he saw. Well, it was dark, and there were shadows flitting around all about. But if you really strained your ears, you could hear whispers and sights. The voices of the dead. I gathered from their talk that a man had come through hours before and claimed he could free them from their curse. Some of the dead followed him and left in his wake, but the others of the dead did not believe his claim. They stayed behind. These are especially cruel, and they have abandoned any hope of escaping the curse. They are now the ruthless dead, and they hate the living and the dead alike.
Elfdag shivers.
I suppose I'm glad to be back above ground after all.
Yeah, you should be. He is safe, but his words do raise further questions.
You have exceeded your reputation this day.
I did not relish the thought of telling Elfhelm that his grandson had disappeared beneath the haunted mountain. Perhaps I would have had my brother do it.
Ewan thinks for a moment and then nods.
Yeah. Yes, I would. But his grumbling would have been insufferable.
Ooh, looks like you can pick up some major essences. Let me see. These are major essences at level 6. How many of those do I have? It looks like I have a bunch of these that I can get rid of because these are all 1s and 2s. So let's go ahead and just do that. Oh, that's a 4, though. We want to keep the 4. Well, it's resistance. Yeah, we'll keep the 4. There we go. And I will go ahead and sell those. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And we'll go ahead and pick up the Major Essence of Agility, which is the level 6 one. Because I don't believe I need the Medium Nahadin Soldiers, even though it is kind of tempting. Flat 130 agility, but then it has 3 essence slots. And the essences are things that I've been picking up beforehand, and I'm starting to get more of them now. It's a new thing that was added starting here at Dunharrow, is armor that you can slot. So basically, you get a piece of armor, and you can turn around and, for instance, I know it comes with agility, but say I want some vitality, I want some phys mastery, and I want something else. I can slot those essences in there myself if I have them. Hey, Destiscardo, how you doing? So do I want that, or do I want a 58 agility? Let's go and pick up the armor and see if I can slot it. Because I also pick up some runes, too. So let's pick up the armor.
I ask you to travel the paths of the dead, and by that way, come into Gondor.
Elfdag's adventure beneath the Dwimmerberg may have been ill-advised, but has given us warning of a new danger. Aragorn has passed into Gondor, and it seems from Elfdag's report that he is followed by some number of the dead that he believed can offer them redemption. I cannot say if it be true or be false, but as long as the dead men believe it, Aragorn need not fear them. But this other group, these ruthless dead, if they have forever cast their lot with Sauron, then Aragorn will have no safety from them, and neither will the folk for Gondor and our friend's passage may have planted a dangerous seed in the minds of the ruthless dead. With no hope of redemption, what reason is there to remain within the mountain? With no desire to atone for your evils, what would prevent you from adding to the number of your sins? I'll ask you to travel the paths of the dead, and by that way come into Gondor. The people there must be protected, and if they cannot be saved from the threat of the ruthless dead, they must flee to a place of safety, if any still exists in this world. The Whisper of Death. I don't believe I have any... Nope.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
So let's go ahead and see what I can do with this armor. Plus 225 morale. I could add another 14 agility to it. Ooh, wait a second. Wait a second. I think I can actually use that. That is a... do I have Heartseeker damage on my weapon right now? I do not have Heartseeker. Strength of the Earth. No, I don't have that either. Okay, we'll keep those in reserve. We'll keep those in reserve, though. We'll move this armor over here. And we'll go ahead and we'll keep that Crack Tracer where it is. Okay. We need to head to the Dark Door. Yep, this is going to be fun. Hold on 1 second, please. Hello, everybody. I'm back. And yes, Destiscardo, that is a very dangerous thing to be doing. Always dangerous to spend money on cosmetics. Trust me, I know. There's some really good ones. I mean, I've got a couple of suits that I've luckily been able to get through seasonal currencies, but still, spending money on cosmetics is very dangerous, very addicting. Cold dread grips your heart as you approach the dark door once again. All right, here we go. Well, the good news is I can stand my horse. We'll go and explore a little bit in here. I'm feeling a little daring. We'll explore the paths of the dead a little bit. The cold air hangs heavily in the great open space. What's this way? I don't know how well you guys can see. It is a little dark in here. Let me see if I can increase some of the ambient. No, the ambient light is maxed. We'll increase the brightness and the contrast just a little bit. Hopefully that'll make it easier for you guys to see. Nothing down here. Over here. I don't think I can get into there, so. Looks like the main part of what they call the Paths of the Dead is coming up ahead here. I should be able to go inside and look around a little bit. Yes. And this was where Elfdag was. But I should be able to explore it a little bit now. Oh boy, and a shadowy. Alright, well there's my two tattered shadows to start things off. And I picked up a new deed. Oathbreakers of West Gondor. And it's a 100-200 deed. Her Ezel. That's where we were before. I think I need to pop an Ilharm token. That will increase my morale and my damage output too. Well, these are a little bit better, 7,700 compared to the semi-elite ones. Ooh, wooden chest. And an adorned chest up there. Yeah, here I am wandering through a huge tomb and stealing anything that isn't nailed down. I know. Discovered the Shadow Watch. Oh, they spawn really fast here. I think we'll go ahead and back out, at least to this area. There we go. Now he broke free. Okay, now I can actually damage him. He was in game. He was momentarily confused. That sometimes happens. Len de Scud. I only need to find Cabras. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to do a quick Google search for it. And see if I can locate it real quick. And then I can go ahead and pick it up. There we go. I actually have a location. Now this is one of the little add-ons that I have. It's called Waypoint. If I know the location and I type it in correctly, I'll get this little arrow that will pop up over here on my screen. And then when I click on it, it'll give me the distance and direction, which means it's over this way, and it's about 225 meters away. Which means I'm not that far. And then that'll give me the, at least he's giving me the general direction as to where to go to pick that up. And from here it is over this way. Pick up these two chests, and then we'll go ahead and figure out where we need to go from here. If I can get that last thing to at least pick up that deed, I'll consider this done for the day, and I can always come back here later on. 75 meters away ahead of me, so it's a little deeper in, which means I have to go this way and in order to get to it. Ah, there's another wooden chest up there. This is only the real loot that's in here, so I don't think I picked up a whole lot of stuff off of any of the... Yeah, the only thing I'm getting from them mostly is the occasional, I'm only getting the occasional scholarly stuff, but mostly just task items. And there it is. Discovered the Paths of the Dead, titled Paths of the Dead Walker. That's all I wanted to get. So we'll go ahead now. And I picked up a new deed, Explorer of West Gondor, which probably has... Yep. Beacons of West Gondor, the West Gondor camps of the enemies, the prosperity of West Gondor, and the Gondorian treasure cache. Ooh, I don't know if I'll be able to get that one. Did get 5 LOTRO points, though. I think now we're going to go ahead and exit the Paths of the Dead and continue on into Blackroot Vale. Here we go. Let's mount up and make this a little faster here. And there it is. With great relief, you emerge from the cave. Now you must find a settlement. And we are now in Blackroot Vale.
The soldiers of Gondor have all gone to war, and we are left to fend for ourselves.
How did you come to be here? Must be mistaken, but I certainly saw you come from those haunted paths under the mountain. If that is true and you are as mighty as you appear, the steward will want to speak with you. We are in need of hardy folk, especially now that Lord Dunhir has ridden east. Follow the river Blackroot to the south, and you shall find a settlement called Morlad upon a hill to the west. There you shall find Malthliam, our steward. And it looks like I'm picking up a new currency, too. And I'm already neutral with some, already slightly positive neutral with the people of Dol Amroth, which is the faction that's here. So that's a good start already. Well, here we are. We are now in Gondor. Our journey since we started here on the Angmar server have taken us a far way. This is some pretty country. I am curious about something. Am I still picking up Eorlingus hide, or? Yes, I still am picking up Eorlingus hide. And that got me a Beast Slayer of West Gondor. 100-200 deed. And there's some Eorlingus Skarn, which I can still use.
like an orc. Oh, I haven't seen that title before. Legendary Traveler. I'll have to see how to get that title. You have found Morlad as Ludhir described and should now seek Malthliam. How do you get that? You have done more in your adventures in Middle-earth Deed out from the shadows. Oh, that's just a complete level 50. Okay, I've already done that then. Okay, well that's good to know. The Prosperity of West Gondor. Need to discover different cities. It's a sub-deed to the Explorer West Gondor deed. And I also picked up a remote quest. The Roving Threats of Western Gondor. You should speak to Ilnir. Ilnir requires assistance of Western Gondor. It requires assistance as Western Gondor is under threat from the forces in Tarlang's Crown. Oh, I remember that place. I don't even know if I could do that. We may have to make a trip in there and just see if I can do it. Well, first off, let's pick up the Stable Master.
How may I help you, friend?
Belfalas, Eastfold, which I already have links to, Old Honorian, and Minas Tirith. Okay. Yep, we're starting to make our way to Minas Tirith. And Book 1, Chapter 3, The Whispers of Death.
If you are a friend of Gondor, welcome to Morlad.
If you are not, listen to my words and hasten your feet elsewhere. We have troubles enough in the Vale without you adding to them. Strange things have been happening here as of late, and it has stirred in the creatures of the Vale a form of madness. I could not say what had caused it, but I know that the creatures are oft driven into a frenzy when approached. I have seen beasts cast themselves to the very walls of Morlad for no reason at all, doing themselves great injury in the process. Want to know what I think? I think it is the whisper of death that has done this. But let us not speak of that now. It is but a matter of time before one of the beasts is driven into the heart of the city. It ease my mind if you could defeat a number of the frenzied creatures in the Vale, or the bears and birds might be next. We might speak again, once that is done. I can do that. You go and pick up a millstone. We'll get rid of the Dunharrow one. It looks like it's the same. Ah, it's different. And there's Malthiam, Steward of the Vale.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I thought naught but death itself would ever wander forth through those wretched paths. And now see my folly. Tell me, stranger, what has brought you to Gondor?
Gondor needs your aid.
An end to peace. These are dangerous times, my friend, as I am certain you know well. Long has it been since Gondor faced such a conflict, and should we fail now, I doubt there shall be any battle left to fight. Ever since Lord Dunhir, his sons, and our warriors rode east to Minas Tirith, we have stood nearly defenseless. For our own part, we have held the line, but it has not been without cost. My gods know well what troubles face the Vale, and I would ask that you speak with them. One as skilled as yourself would be a powerful ally, should you wish to aid us. And he has another quest for me. Oh, and I have now the new deed, Quests of the Blackroot Vale, 35.
How may I help you, friend?
A steward without counsel. I have served Lord Dunhir as his chief counselor and one of his most trusted friends for many years. It is for this reason I was chosen to be steward during his absence. Yet, where leadership came to him naturally, I have not found any comfort in this role. I am without counsel of my own, for none of the gods can be spared and too few of the townfolk have any tactical knowledge. I would ask the Lady Rosefin for aid, but she is declined to speak to me as of late. If you would, try to persuade her to aid me, for the good of the Blackroot Vale. Okay. And there she is.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Hello, traveler. Forgive me if I seem distracted, but my people are my sole causes of late. My husband has ridden to Minas Tirith as of many sons, so, steward or not, I shall see my people through these times. Am I right in suspecting that Malatham sent you? After all, he has already sent most of my people to me for the same reason. Shall I forgive him for abandoning Tinkerbell to strengthen Morlad's defences? It was unwise, costly, and resulted in many deaths. He is welcome to pore over my husband's notes, but that is where my aid shall end. A pile of notes belonging to Dunhir, Lord of the Vale. And there's a nice little house. Very nice little house. Okay. So now let's go back down and give him these notes and see what he says.
Gondor needs your aid.
She only offered these? I know she blames me what happened to Tinkerbell, and rightfully so, but I need her aid if we are to keep the Vale from any more harm. Let me think. If I can convince her to come down here, perhaps she shall see the importance of her counsel.
These are troublesome times indeed.
No, it is not Lord Dornhir's insight I require. Only Rosafin knows enough of these lands to aid me now. Malthian lets out a long sigh. These notes will no sooner help me lead my people than a blade of grass can fell an orc. Made the terrible mistake of sacrificing Tinkerbell for the safety of Morlad, but too many fell, and I saved too few. The guilt weighs on me far heavier than any could understand. Lady Rosfin must see reason, and if not to help me, she must help her people. I beg this of her. It looks like in about a minute or so we are going to be having an ad. I'm just going to make my way, and then when the ad comes up, actually we'll pick up this quest here real quick. Oh wait, this is an end to peace. Talk to Ekko.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I saw you arrive earlier, traveler. I knew it was only a matter of time before you came to me. The old man's a wise advisor, but he's not as well suited to leadership. A few of us remain and held the lands west of the river Blackroot, but our archers have grown weary. Ever since the orcs sacked Tinkerbell to the east, our troubles have only grown more dire. Belgrand seemed pleased by your arrival, so perhaps you should seek him a buff. Okay. And Uliador has a quest. We'll go ahead and pick that one up as soon as we're back from the ad, so I'll see you people on the flip. And welcome back, everybody. I just realized my task carry-all is full because I shouldn't be selling those. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's a junk carry-all. Okay, I'm fine. So let's talk to Uidiador and see what he has to offer.
Well met.
Hail, my friend. I and the Archers of Morlot have been spending more and more time holding the Blackroot from the orcs. The estates raised from Tinkerbell and have grown so bold as to approach Morlot. I assure you, none of them shall get past us. You see, the Archers of the Vale are known throughout Gondor for their skill with the bow. However, we have fewer and fewer arrows each day, so I ask that you travel into the field and return some of them to us. I promise that the orcs should return while you are away. We shall not pierce you with our arrows. I can do that. But let me go on and head back up here, and let me bring Lord Dunhere's notes back to Lady Rosalind before I head out into the Vale. And see if there's any new quests to pick up along the way, too. It looks like there are a couple. I'm seeing the circles on the map.
Gondor needs your aid.
Ah, you must be the traveler that arrived today. It is true that the Vale faces many problems in recent days, some much more tangible than others. Word from the south speaks of something stirring the beasts of the Vale, but little else is known. I'm unsure if he knows of your arrival, but I am certain Landiak would be pleased to speak with you on these matters as well. If you have a moment, I have a more personal request of you. Of course.
How may I help you, friend?
Promise of glory. With all this talk of orcs, maddened beasts, and sightings of the dead near the hill, I've seen the morale of our people degrade day by day. We have brushed off the dead as mere ghost stories in the eyes of the people, but sadly, it is true. As a result, I fear that our people will soon grow weary of what may be a long conflict in Gondor. If you would, I have certain tales of your might, adventures, or even a polite greeting could reassure them that not all is lost. And there's Rosfin. We'll go ahead and talk to her first.
How may I help you, friend?
Back so soon? Were you even able to show him the notes before he turned you back around?
You tell Lady Rosfin of Mothleon's impassioned plea.
Oh, very well. I shall serve as his counsel. Mothleon is determined, I will grant him that. I do not have time to consider swatting away his attempts to sway me, and perhaps by working with him I can prevent another tragedy like Tinkerbell from occurring. I will meet you at his home, and I hope I do not regret this. And there is Landiak.
How may I help you, friend?
Greetings and well met, traveler. I did not expect any visit during such times, much less enter the Vale through the dark paths. I am Landiak, ward of Lord Dunhier and protector of the Lady Rosfin. As you may have heard, troubles loom to the south and east, and we are too few to move against them. Acting on one would leave us defenseless against the other. If you would lend us your might, perhaps we can push back on our foes after all. Please tell Mothliam I would have you fight on our behalf. Okay. So we'll head back. There's Lady Rosfin right there. End to the piece, first off.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I am thankful the others had time to spare to speak with you, and I am sure you can aid them all. Landiak is a trusted advisor of Lord Dunhier and a friend to my family. If he believes you can aid us, I do not doubt him. It is true that I have made mistakes since taking the stewardship of Blackroot Vale, but to appear weak or unwise would undo everything Dunhier hoped for me to embody in his stead.
These are troublesome times indeed.
A lapse in judgment. Hail, Lady Rosfin has already come to speak with me. I cannot thank you enough for convincing her to aid me in protecting the Vale. Her insight will no doubt help us to push the orcs and other troubles from these lands. Ross would inform me that she would like to speak with you further before we take action, but please, keep me informed. Do not mistake my apprehension for hatred, my friend. Malthliam has long been a friend to my family, and there is no wiser counsel in the Vale. However, I am not fond of his leadership since becoming steward. But I will aid him as best as I can so that my husband and son shall have a home to return to once this war is over. Nope, we'll just take money. Or do I want the fortified gloves of the White Mountains? How do they look? Ooh. Nah, I just grab money. I don't want the, And I was like, Malthium has something else for me to do.
These are troublesome times indeed.
A cost yet unpaid. After speaking with Rosfin, I've decided our first course of action must be to protect the villages that still stand to the south. Excuse me. I don't know how far the orcs have ventured into the Vale, but I can only hope that our archers have deterred them from straying too far beyond Tinkerbell. To the south are the villages of Elgrant and Sardal, small settlements full of fishermen and hunters. They must stop their hunts for a time if they are to remain safe. I would ask that you travel to both of them and warn them of the danger. Meanwhile, Rosfin and I shall form a plan to deal with the orcs. Okay. Alright. So that's everything I can do in here. Just want to double check up here real quick. Okay. Alright. So I need to defeat frenzied creatures in the Vale. Oh, let me show you something here real quick. This right here is a reflecting pool. As you do certain quests within each zone, mostly instances, you can come back to them and redo them if you wish at the reflecting pool. I can redo the Ruthless Dead. The Dimbolt Road leads to the Dark Door and the paths beneath the Haunted Mountain where the dead walk. Few dare go that way. But you can redo any instances that you found at these reflecting pools. Try to pick up some of these arrows. And there we go. I'll go ahead and deliver the arrows real quick since I'm right here.
I greet you, friend.
Ah, these shall do nicely. You have my thanks, my friend. I told you we wouldn't hit you. That's one of the frenzied creatures that I need to defeat. Let me go ahead and get buffed up here real quick. Company. Shadowy. Two more tattered shadows. I'm bound to be. I'm probably sure I'm already getting close to the 514. Okay, I still have plenty. Plenty of room, so I don't have to rush to find Amelia anytime soon. Let's see. We need to cost yet unpaid. So that's down this way. The roving threats person, I don't know where that person is. Promise of glory there. Okay. I was just checking to see which way I needed to go. And it's that way that I need to go. Well, we'll have the frenzied creatures before we make it to the first village, so that's a good sign. Oh, some walnut branches. I'll definitely pick those up. Ooh, a Blackroot mountain lion. And there's the last frenzied creature that I need. And here's Alagrant. Not seeing a stable master here though.
Well met.
I guess we'll go ahead and pick up the millstone. We can get rid of the Edoras one now. Ooh, Bounty, Tarlang's Fang, and Bounty the White Stag. Let's take a look and see if we can do those. No, I can't pick them up yet. Alright, but let's go ahead and talk to people here. I've got some quests I can do here. Killian, that's the cost yet unpaid. He was the one who wanted. This is the one of the people that I need to warn about the what's going on.
Gondor needs your aid.
Welcome to Alderaan, traveler. What is this now? We are but a small village of hunters, my friend. If Melthium's concern is that the beasts have grown wild, I do not believe such a thing will trouble us. However, there's another matter which may.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Ghost stories. Malthium's orders us to stay in our villages because of the orcs and the wild animals? Well, to me, there's no difference. Do you hear this, Dirigan? The steward cannot be serious. You see, my friend, we are hunters by trade. It does not serve us well to flee from the wildlife of the Vale. Sawnir and all of his talk of ghosts almost seems believable now. Well, if we're stuck here, you might as well get to know us, traveler. It'll certainly provide us something to do. And I need to talk to Dirian, and Dirian is right there.
I beg your pardon?
What is the meaning of this, traveler? I am quite capable of looking after myself, despite what the steward might think. I shall remain in town, but do not expect me to do so quietly. If Malthium were here in your place, I would not be so polite. And he has another quest for me.
I beg your pardon.
Nowhere to run. So am I to feign terror simply because you bring Malthium's word to us? There's no need for us to travel north, much less remain confined to Algorand. We are hardly folk and familiar with the dangers of these lands. I should continue my daily hunting, but that is not to be the case. I expect something from you in return. Could one as mighty as you stoop to baiting my traps outside of town? Given how dangerous the Vale is said to be now, surely you must be the only one among us up to the task. Tisk, tisk. And Sarnir, Ghost Stories, follow up with him.
How may I help you, friend?
The others look to me as if I have lost my mind, but I know the truth. I have seen the ghastly figures wandering the hilltop at night, but I dare not approach them. If the dead have truly returned to the Vale, I fear for our safety, and know not what ills might come of their presence here. And here's another question.
How may I help you, friend?
Against their nature. My friend, I worry greatly for the Vale. I know not what drives the beasts to such violence, but as of late their behavior has only grown much more cruel. Beasts seem to slay each other, not for subsistence, but for the sheer violence that they can wreak upon the valley floor. After spending my life as a hunter, it is horrifying to behold. The beasts have taken to displaying their kills along the road due east. Perhaps if you can get a better look at one of the fallen, we can gain some insight on what's driving them to such madness. Now can I pick up these bounties? Yes. The posted note advises of bounty on a particularly elusive white stag, described as a powerful and brilliantly white stag whose speed is unmatched by any in the Vale. It invites all interested hunters to seek out Dirian and Algront for more information. Okay. And a bounty for Tarlang's Fang. The posted note advertises a bounty on a mountain lion of Blackroot Vale known as Tarlang's Fang, described as a mountain lion of considerable size and power who has a penchant for playing with his meals. And invites all interested hunters to seek out Kalian and Algront for more information. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this information. Dirian has the information on the white stag.
Why do you interrupt me?
So you seek to capture the white stag. A noble goal to be certain, but one that countless others have failed to achieve. You see, nature has not brought forth such a wondrous symbol of Gondor since the white tree, and I can think of no better symbol to haunt the people of the Vale. I would ask you to harm such a beautiful beast, but perhaps you can capture it for the people of Morlad. I've heard of varying accounts of its whereabouts, but it was last seen far to the east and beyond the stone. Good fortune and swift strides. You shall need both. Okay. And what about Tarlang's Fang?
How may I help you, friend?
Ah, I must admit I did not expect to hear from you on this task. The others have been after Tarlang's Fang for some time now, and all they've returned with are injuries. He's a very elusive quarry despite his old age, let me assure you. He was last spotted in the mountainous hills to the south of the hill of Irich, but I doubt he has remained there. Good luck to you. So let's see where I need to go. Oh, it looks like there's a warband there. Not seeing it anywhere. Alright, well, let's just go ahead and keep on keeping on. Okay. Ah. Thought I saw one of the traps. There it is. There's one of the traps that I need to...
Bear's right on top of it. Ooh, that one has a repeatable. Circling the Prey. Blackroot mountain lions can be found to the east of Algorant and as far south as Sardal. You've encountered aggressive mountain lions in the Vale and should cull their numbers for the good of Algorant and Sardal. Okay. There we go. I still need walnut branches. No, I don't believe, because that's not Porcelain leather. And it's poplar, so I don't actually need the walnut branches, so I'll leave them alone. Company. Another shadowy. Ooh, and a Blackroot. There we go. There's some more tattered shadows. I'll need to find some of those traps that I need to bait. There we go. There's a couple of them right here. Okay, I need two. There's one more right there. There it is. Okay, let's go for against their nature. And that's going to be down this way. Need to find the evidence. I need to look for the evidence of the mauled animals just outside of Alvarant. You come across a freshly slain bear riddled with enormous bites and gashes. Sensing their prey is being stolen, maddened bears rush forth. Okay, so I need to talk to Sarnier back in town. Alright. That's all I can really do around here, so let's go ahead and head back to town. Yep, let's go ahead and head back to town. Turn in a couple of quests there that I've got. Then we should head back to Morliad real quick and talk to the, well, actually, is he in Morliad? Yeah, can be found in Dol Amroth. Okay, he's going to be a while before I find him. Okay. For the roving threats, I was just curious. Because I actually am about the level that I could start trying some of those roving threats, because they're usually around level 100 or so. That's usually what they recommend. And if we can take out a few roving threats here and there, I mean, that'd be pretty good, right? Oh, mountain lion, need that for a quest. We'll talk to Durian about nowhere to run.
I beg your pardon.
Ah, you're back so soon. Was it that trying a task? You must tell me more of your adventures in placing bait on traps. Actually, no. I would rather you did not. Here, take these. Assuming the bait works, I can spare these coins. And we'll go ahead and talk to Sarnier about against their nature.
How may I help you, friend?
The bears are devouring their own? What could drive them to do that? I have only one thought as to what. I do not wish it to be true. And the Boots of the White Mountains would definitely be wouldn't be a jump on agility, wouldn't be a jump on vitality, so actually no. So just go ahead and just grab the most expensive one. He has a new quest for me, though.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Unseen terror. The bears have been stricken with madness, and though I do not wish it to be true, I fear the dead are responsible. I've never seen such behavior from beasts in all my years in the Vale. The return of the dead must have upset nature and compelled them to harm their own. Or else you again travel out onto the field, beyond the bears you have discovered, and search for the remains of more of these fallen beasts. And he has a new quest for me.
How may I help you, friend?
A lost hunter. Durian would not have me tell you of this, for he is a prideful man. But I must. Durian's hunting dog was not here when he awoke this morning, and I fear some ill fate has befallen it. Durian does not have family in the Vale, so his dog is his only true companion that he has. But I cannot help but wonder if it has gone east toward the hill, though I hope it is untrue. I pray you can bring his dog home. Ooh, and this one's actually worth some enhancement runes, too, so we'll definitely grab that. Speaking of which, I should probably go ahead and use some of those runes that I've picked up. All right, let's see here. Let's start with Albion, or excuse me, Bow of the New Forest. Oh, what do I want? Let's go ahead and do Heraldry of the Sparrow. I only need 15 points. Okay, that's maxed. Let's do melee skills damage. And that'll be the last of these rooms. Here we go. Faded Ascendance of Light. Cap is 150. Oh! That's weird. I guess I need to update my Ascendant Light. I need to update my area effect damage. Because they're both... No, item level 158. Anything can go to 190 should be fine. But unless it's on Albion. Yeah, Albion is the one. Okay. Because they're all to 190, so that's weird. Okay.
I greet you, friend.
Alright, so let's go on ahead and head to the east and check those 2 quests out over there. Oh shit, harrowing. Run, run far away, run, 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 run. Alright, let's see if I can get some help for it here. We'll see if I can get a little bit of help with that. It's like right in my path, so I ought to try, right? Target's already in a fellowship. Well, if I don't get any help, then we'll just move on and leave it alone. I definitely cannot take that out. That is way beyond my capability. It's a level 99 with 150,000 hit points? Yeah, I can't deal with that. Alright, so I'm going around it. You discover a few animal corpses, but they bear the marks of a struggle. Let's go and get buffed up here. Alright, let's move on. There's another mountain line. I can use that. There we go. You defeated many mountain lions in the Blackroot Vale. Although you did not discover evidence of any fell force driving him deeper into the Vale, the ferocity could have easily posed a serious threat to the people of Algarant and Sardal. Looks like there's some more corpses over there. Amidst a few slain creatures, you discover that some bear no wounds. That's interesting. Seemingly slain by fear alone, fallen creatures bear no wounds litter the ground. Cursed warriors, worthless dead. So it was the ruthless dead. And there's the dog. I'm glad I was able to find his dog. You have found Darian's dog wandering the fields of Blackroot Vale alone. The air is chilled since your arrival, and the dog looks visibly distressed, gnashing his teeth and growling. But before you can begin to discover what has disturbed him, the dead rush forth. You defended Darian's dog, who now seems anxious to return home. Okay. Let's go ahead and head back to Algarant and turn in a couple of those quests. Unseen terror.
These are troublesome times indeed.
They bore no wounds, and the dead appeared. I cannot think of any other cause but the fear of the dead that brought those beasts to the end. What will become of our people if the dead remain in the Vale? Will fear claim us as well? I worry greatly for us all, my friend, and soon Malthodian must be told of this. And there's Durian and his dog.
Why do you interrupt me?
The dead tried to take him from me. I am sorry for how I treated you earlier, my friend. It gladdens me that my companion can join me on my many more hunts, but I hope to keep him from wandering off again. You have my truest thanks.
How may I help you, friend?
I am thankful that Durian's dog is safe, but these tidings do trouble me greatly. Your aid has been invaluable, my friend, but I fear you have done all that you can for us here. Agility. I think I'll take it, though.
Gondor needs your aid.
Some more runes. As the river runs. This unsettles me greatly. The dead have never ventured so far from the hill before, and I fear this is only the beginning of our troubles with them. I do not know what that cursed lot hoped to accomplish, but I doubt it is a boon to our people. If you are passing through to Sardal, as you said, please speak to my sister Million of the dead. I can only hope that they have not wandered so far away from their paths, or I fear something far worse than the orcs will befall the Vale. Okay, I'm going to head back to Morliad real quick, because there's a couple of quests there that I want to finish up. Go ahead and get rid of these real quick. Is there a stable master here, or just the millstone? Just the millstone, okay. So then let's go ahead and ride north to Morliad, since I can't do anything else right now. Morliad's not too far away if I go over land, so... There is Killigrew. Book 1, Chapter 3, The Whispers of Death.
I have heard whisperings on the wind.
I thank you for...
of death.
I thank you for the assistance. I do not know what has caused this madness in the birds and beasts of the Vale, but there have been many strange happenings here as of late. If we learn the truth of them, we may learn what has so disturbed the creatures as well. I have heard the whisperings on the wind. Whispers of death.
The Hill of Eric has always been an ill-omened place.
Book 1, Chapter 4, Atop Eric. Do you want to know what this honest man of Morliad believes? You may think me a fool, but I feel certain that some great evil came out of the mountains and sped with unnatural haste through the Vale. On moonless nights, some claim to have seen the dead dancing atop the Hill of Eric, east of here. Is it true? I cannot speak of that. But I will tell you that no one in Morliad leaves the door unbarred when the time comes to blow out their candles. You are more brave than I am, my friend, that much is certain. If you had the stomach for it, I would journey to the hill to the Hill of Eric, might reveal if my supposition is true. And if something did come out of the dark reaches under the mountains, I feel certain that is where they would have gone. It has always been an ill-omened place. Ooh, 5 small reputation acceleration tomes. Nice. And then I also do need to find Rogliar in Morlad. There. Offer a hail, a polite bow, a story, or a mighty pose to Rogliar. How about a story? Let's try it again. One as storied as yourself is certain to be a boon to our people. Find Hirwi in Morlad. It's my job to increase the morale of people. Because I'm such a storied adventurer, of course. Oh, there he is. I hope we shall play more than a small role in your tale. Now I need to find Glorian. She's up this way. There she is. Finally, someone shall take the fight to the enemy. I need to talk to Belgrand, who should be over this way, I want to say. Yes, there he is.
Gondor needs your aid.
I thank you, my friend. I know it may not seem to be a large gesture to you, but I am certain will help our people remain hopeful. Let me see here. Press onward, cooldown, and heal. Okay. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that our time for adventure has come to an end for today. So I am thankful for everyone to be here. I'm glad you joined me on my journeys today, and we will pick up right here in Western Gondor on my next stream, which will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific. A quick reminder to everyone, if there's any events that you wish for me to promote on my stream, please get a hold of me by either email, on my Discord server, posting down below on the YouTube, or however you want to get a hold of me, and let me know the events, and I'll gladly share them with people. And again, I am thankful for everyone to join me today. I think we had a good time. So let me go ahead now and see if there is anybody else who is doing Lord of the Rings online that I can go ahead and share you with. The Questing Dad is doing. He's only been on for about half an hour. LOTRO couple on Angmar joined the fellowship. So I'm going to go ahead and pop into the Questing Dad's channel. Please, hopefully you will join me. So until we adventure again, my friends, please stay safe, be careful, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all very, very soon.